mode infirmière si je me trompe pas. Soigneur, je sais pas quoi là. Attends. Trompe de bouton. Docteur, ouais. On fait docteur. Arme, je vais prendre l'autre. Voilà. On va prendre ça, c'est bon. C'est bon, il n'y a rien d'autre.
I don't much like what Hanukkah had to say. Wayland Yutani ran Katanga like a fucking ant farm. Used androids to bring up animals from the moon, left them on the refinery for the Xenos, took the eggs back down to the lab. There's a queen aboard Katanga, laying those eggs. SOP says, phew, that's when you pull out and file an insurance claim. We'll deal with Katanga later. Right now, Colonelship wants us down on LV-895. Hanukkah says some Wayland Yutani people disappeared before his group evac. Could be there's other survivors looking for rescue. You could get the details on the surface conditions from Lieutenant Ko. She'll be flying you and Herrera down.
You scanned the manifest near the Wayland ship? May I? It details a series of two-way flights. On trips from LV-895 to Katanga, creatures from the moon were the cargo. On returns, the items were cryogenic suspension pod, loaded. Live ovomorph sample, 4. It is curious these pods are of uniform manufacture, not a field modification or expedient improvisation. They appear to be the result of an extended design process by experts in hypersleep technology. And they were designed for one specific cargo, xenomorph eggs. These devices were mass-produced, not for palestation but for general use. Wayland Yutani might have many eggs in transit or storage across the frontier.
Hey, if you happen to acquire one of those color-changing cats from LV-895, let me know. There's a back-channel interest. All I need's a reliable supplier. What? Is it legal? I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem. But if it's legal, I'll need you to file requisition form 1348 or 1348 Mike. You can grab those off ShipNet.
Ah, Dr. Honeka's ID. May I have a copy of your scan? Corporate badges contain employee personnel files. Likely nothing we didn't already know, but it's best to be thorough. Timothy Honecker was born in New York City. Oh, interesting. Most born on Earth stay there. His family was reasonably well off, though he's paying rather exorbitant educational loans. He earned a doctorate in xenoanthropology from Wayland University, Mars campus, a controversial program. There have never been any alien cultures to study. Courses mix terrestrial archaeology with studies in exoplanetary sciences. One must understand the dirt one digs in, I suppose. Ah, this is interesting. According to Wayland Yutani's own files, Dr. Honecker is presently cataloging the contents of a warehouse on Alexandria. It's likely...
I hate our squadron name. When I flew interceptors, the squadrons had decent names. Predators, gunslingers. Cracked rooks is like, oh, I dropped my chess set. The UD-9C carries enough ordnance to take out a town, and it'll keep flying with half its ass blown off. But a Condor's not going to survive turns and burns against a real interceptor. In Atmo, all it can do is go in one direction real fast. Your best defense against OPFOR air superiority is to punch the throttle to the firewall, crank the ECM, and kiss your ass goodbye. Zero G's marginally better. The RCT blocks are placed wider than the old Cheyennes and Mohawks. Maneuvers real tight. I bet I could fly this piece of crap through any shipwreck you want without nicking the paint. How many combat drops have you... No, you know what? I don't care. Our landing zone's a couple of clicks from Pala Station, at the base of the mountains to the west. You won't need any special gear. The environment is close enough to Earth. There's native life, but you probably won't have to worry about it. The Xenos that Honecker's idiot employers let loose are a bigger threat. Pala's the source of the Xeno outbreak. I had enough bugs on my canopy in Katanga's hangar, thanks. Can't believe Herrera wouldn't let me fire missiles. You'd have ducked. Esther says there's tunnels in the mountains near our LZ. Colonel Ship thinks it's the direction any survivors would run, and the commissars agree with her. Well, around Pala Station, the air's about Earth normal. Pressure 908 millibars. Little heavier on CO2. No obvious toxins or allergens. Take the regulation antihistamines anyway. If you end up climbing a mountain, you'll have a problem. Low-lying areas have thick atmo, but it attenuates fast. A lot like Mars after we terraformed it. Gravity is 0.92. That's odd. But it means you won't notice any difference from shipboard artificial grav. The diameter of LV-895 is just under 9,000 clicks, 3/4 the size of Earth. That's small, but 92% Earth's gravity doesn't add up. To get that gravity, the moon would need to be made of something stupid, like 50% iron or full of radioactives. Something real dense, you know? But our readings say conventional rock mix. Only rumors leaking out of Honecker's debrief. Something about big color-changing cats. According to Wayland Yutani's officially filed survey data, we're orbiting a barren rock. No life. Prebiotic atmo. You can look out a porthole and see that's wrong. Or a lie. A shirt-sleeves habitable world, no terraforming needed, low investment, high return. Maybe they didn't declare it to avoid competition. Just remember, Wayland managers tend to store profit margins and promotion tracks where their brains should be. If you run into any, watch your back.
Marines, we're heading down to LV-895. The Weyland-Yutani surface lab was overrun by Xenos, but there may be survivors. The closest shelter is the mountain caves to the west.
On va commencer. J'espère que ça va vous plaire. Les géants dans la terre d'atterrissage.
Check your fire. Remember, we're looking for friendlies. This isn't a cave. It's block construction. A company bunker, maybe. Got a signal. Boss! Spread this far from Pala Station, they'll be after any survivors. Get moving. A lot of Wayland shit down here. Some kind of auxiliary base? Fallback position? Weird door. A live terminal. See if you can pull any logs. Security log. Free-range experiments have penetrated air shafts. Keep moving.
Hear that?
blood. Not a good sign. Continue your sweep. There could still be friendlies alive. Get eyes behind you!
The blood spray patterns earlier suggest a taller xenomorph attacking from ambush. Please remain alert for drones. So much Wayland shit. What were they doing down here? Honecker didn't say there was a facility out here. Just Pala Station itself.
Aid kit's here.
console up on the side. Check that for me. Workplace incident files. Missing crew, casualties. Sounds like they got drones loose in here.
You're trespassing on Wayland-Yutani property.
This is the Colonial Marines. You from Pala Station?
Yes, I'm Security Chief Cynthia Rodriguez. You're in danger here, Marines.
Yeah, no kidding. We're here to rescue you.
Prowler.
Authority of the Colonial Protection Act. We'll be evacuating survivors. Another drone in the walls!
Our position is secure. I recommend you withdraw.
Understood, ma'am. Be ready to receive us.
ambush.
Bypassing damage. Assistance required. Assistance required.
What's behind? Marines, I have to remind you, this facility is private property.
Not here to pass out recruiting pamphlets, Rodriguez.
Give me time to contact the Home Office for guidance.
What the hell's her problem? Does she even want to be rescued?
Listen.
Across the canyon. What the hell is that?
Patching up.
With the the overhang, we couldn't see this on approach.
Rearming. Aid kit's here. Grabbing ammo.
Bypassing death. Bypassing death.
Now we need to get you across that canyon. Controls on the overlook. Get that bridge extended. Oh, you got their location locked? Can you drop munitions in the gap?
I could fly a missile up your left nostril, Herrera. I drop on my next pass. I suggest you move.
Across the canyon, Fireteam, move!
Rearming.
Straight away.
Watch for stragglers.
Grabbing ammo.
That is way too goddamn big of a do. You never miss, cow.
Money. Fireteam, secure an LZ so we can pick you up later.
Sentry deployed.
FedEx from Paula kept repeating their last orders. Collect local life, deliver to Katanga, return with eggs. I told you it's dangerous here.
Huddle up, Fireteam. Rodriguez is ahead. Let's figure out what we're getting into.
Bingo. Ah, j'ai réussi. Waouh. Oui, sympa comme jeu. Waouh, pas mal de points d'expérience.
We made contact with Weyland-Yutani survivors led by Cynthia Rodriguez. She claims they're safe in a company bunker.
Il est bien comme jeu. Ça, ouais, il est pas mauvais. Il est un peu chaud, mais sinon, il est bien. J'ai eu de la chance de tomber dessus. C'était à Leclerc à Belin, c'est dans le 59. Pour ceux qui connaissent, bah, peut y aller. J'ai payé entre 34 et 35 euros, je pense. On va mettre ça pour changer un peu.
And all the shit Weyland-Yutani makes. Aspen beer is about the only good thing. Wasn't always that way. Back 100 years plus, when Peter Weyland was still kicking the company, did terraforming and exploration. They invented synthetics. Future of humanity. Mierda. Building better worlds wasn't just something on coffee mugs. He actually meant that shit. After Weyland died, the managers took over. Every year the budget for shit that made lives better went down, and the budget for shit that kills went up. Why make $1 trillion in 2 decades when they can make $1 billion next quarter? Now that we've run into Weyland-Yutani, not just a lone survivor, I gotta give you the talk. After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how the megacorps ran things out here. Weyland-Yutani was the big instigator. Illegal experiments, colony sabotage for insurance payouts. The company looks out for itself. Its money, its secrets, its execs. If we're keeping those safe, Weyland loves the Corps. If they think we're working against them, they'll fuck us over and smile when they do it. Remember that. Come on, you kidding? That was only... fuck. Yeah, a boot like you would have been a baby. Goddamn, you're making me feel old. Weyland-Yutani tried to provoke a shooting war between the United Americas and the Proggies, the Union of Progressive Peoples. Attacked each side, tried to frame the other. The company had collaborators in our own brass, staff officers on the take, Joint Chiefs boosting their stock portfolios. Oh, we had to clean house after the war. Last century, sure. Before the Frontier War. When I joined up, we was practically mercenaries hired out by the UA Assembly. Some factory goes on strike, execs ask politicians to send in the Corps, bust up some heads. Lab experiment gets loose, send in the Corps to sweep up. Pour that boss die enough, you get a serious fucking morale problem. Too big to jail. Can't sanction them without pissing off all of Europe and Outer Soul. In the three-world empire, Weyland-Yutani's like a third of the economy. They run a bunch of government services. Tu sabe, privatization. Even provide military contractors to shore up the regular military. Every couple years, some of the execs and middle managers fuck up too big for the company to gloss over, or Parliament to ignore. They get tossed out on their ass. That's all the justice you can expect. The Colonial Protection Act says Marines got authority out here. We can do whatever's necessary to protect civilians. From Xenos, or from corporations. If Weyland's fucking around, we can drop the hammer on them. They give us lip, we can make it fat. Uncle Sam and Doña Juanita got our backs. All megacorps can get fucked with the same crowbar. They lose money, I smile.
Esther says my backroom stock is unhealthy. Too much salt, fat, and sugar. Look, I love S. Really, I'm just saying, maybe don't take diet advice from somebody who drinks latex. Is it legal? I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem. But if it's legal, I'll need you to file requisition form 1348 or 1348 Mike. You can grab those off ShipNet.
Bon, j'espère que ça vous a plu. J'espère à la prochaine vidéo. Au revoir, à bientôt.